guys, it's Ilana and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to share some of my top favorite metaphysical and spiritual apps that I love having on my phone, and I highly recommend you download onto your phone if you believe you're a spiritual person or you want some more apps. You're beginning your spiritual journey. So if you're new to my channel, I post new videos every Tuesdays, so go ahead and subscribe down below to join the Kitten Squad. So without further ado, let's get into my favorite spiritual apps. The first app that I want to talk about is, I believe it's pronounced Labyrinthos. So this is a great app if you are learning tarot, or if you're trying to practice tarot, or if you don't have any tarot cards, but maybe you want to do a tarot reading every day, you could do it electronically. What I like about this app is that you can do daily tarot readings, you can pick a card, there's even a section to journal and record down your daily readings, and I believe you can even use them as references and take your own personal notes. I personally don't use that section, but it is really useful in case you don't have your own deck or journal, and you can all do it electronically, which I really like. And then they have the learn feature where you can teach yourself to learn tarot or look up different meanings of cards. I also like that it has quizzes for you to quiz yourself on how much you know about tarot and the different suites. So the more you take those quizzes and practice, the better and easier it becomes to do readings for not only for yourself but onto others if that's something you want to do. And they even have a little storefront in case you want to buy some decks for yourself. The app is completely free. There aren't any really special in-app paid features unless if you're trying to buy something like merchandise or whatever. But it is such a great free app to learn tarot, and it goes in depth about all the cards. And if you want to get your readings, it's all free. So that's something that's really cool, and I highly recommend you have that app on your phone. The next app is called the Citrine Circle Crystal Guide. And so this app is pretty much free. There are some paid features to unlock, but honestly, if you're trying to look at the whole category and directory of crystals from A to Z, that's completely free. And what I love about this is you can even save crystals that are your favorites or save crystals that you already own. And what I love the most, that's the best feature, is if you're looking up a crystal, you get basic info about the crystal and how to care for it. You get the geological facts regarding that crystal, such as hardness and color and all of the chemical formulas, which is really cool. And then of course it has the healing properties of those crystals as well. I like using this app when I'm doing my daily tarot pool and I want to use a crystal that goes with that tarot that's similar. So I'll kind of look into the crystal guide to see what crystal do I have in my collection already that I can use for my own personal healing that can help me be in tune with my daily tarot pool, which is something that I find to be really useful, and that's how I enjoy using this app. It's pretty much free. There are some paid features, but honestly, you really just need the crystal directory, and that's how I use it, so I don't think it's worth to purchase anything else additional in the app. For anyone who needs some daily affirmations, I have the I Am app. There are paid features. I don't pay for anything with this app. I use the free version, and you can set a schedule for when you want affirmations being sent notifications on your phone. So I believe I have mine set from 7:30 to 10 p.m. And it will give you about I think 5 affirmations throughout the day. So I can see what pops up and I can read that out loud to myself and affirm myself. Sometimes I journal affirmations on my own. If I'm having a hard time thinking about an affirmation of the day, because I try to make up my own, I may use this app and see what pops up for that day or that hour and be okay, that's a good one that I can write down. And I can write that out a couple times to affirm myself and pick myself back up when I need that little positive pick me up if I'm feeling down. I will say is that you are limited from the categories. If you wanted affirmations on self-care, body positivity, or sexual being, you do need to pay extra for that. But I just do the basic one, and I feel that's really all you need. So I think it's worth it. The free version works perfectly fine, and it's just a great app to have for affirmation building. This astrology app that you've probably heard of so many times is CoStar. People have mixed feelings about CoStar. What I like about CoStar is that I personally like to check it on Sunday when they do the weekly emails that come through. Plus, you can even see your friends' birth charts if they have their own CoStar account, and you can add friends and look into their whole birth chart, which I think is really cool. If you do open up the app daily, you will see like different messages that come through and like what your planets are telling you for that day based off your birth chart, which I do like. But I will say the friend feature is really cool. I do like seeing everyone else's charts that I can. While there are some in-app paid features, you pretty much can use everything that the app gives to you for free. Like it can create your birth chart for free. You can see your friends' birth charts for free. You get your readings for free through the app. I mean, it's a great tool if you want like some fun little astrology or horoscopes throughout the day. Again, people have mixed feelings regarding CoStar, but I like the app. I think it's cool. This is another crystal-based app, and it's called Rock Identifier. While there are paid features, I have noticed that you can get away with having like limited tags. So like if I have it pulled up, you can constantly like ignore like the message where it says like choose a plan. There's literally an exit button, and it still lets you use the app. So if you find a crystal that you're unsure of, if you're buying it in the store, you could literally scan the crystal and it will tell you what kind of crystal that is. It also will give you information on how to spot fake crystals, which I really like, and I think that's really important. I don't like having fake crystals. I think I have 2 fake crystals. I will say that I always try to make sure that I'm buying real crystals because that way I'm actually getting the healing properties out of it and that it works. Otherwise, a fake crystal would be useless because I'm not getting any healing properties out of that. So if you need help identifying a crystal, you honestly can get away without doing the free trial. Like I'm pretty sure there's a glitch in this app that lets you scan things. Like I don't pay for anything with this app. So this is a really great tool that I was glad that it was invented if you want to identify crystals that you're unsure about and also figure out whether something's fake or not. That's a really great feature to have. Next is Dream Dictionary. This app is 100% free. It does have some ads that run through the app, which is why it's completely free. There's no in-app purchases. But if you're somebody who likes to write down your dreams and you're curious about what your dreams mean and what the symbolic meanings are with different elements that pop up in your dream, I can guarantee you that element is probably somewhere under the Dream Dictionary. So you could type whatever popped up and you could see like what happens in your dream. What I like is that sometimes it'll show like different scenarios, which I think is really cool. Like let's say you're in a car crash and it says like if you were in a car crash but you survived that car crash, this is what this means, right? What's been going on in your life, because your dreams are images from your subconscious thoughts, which I think is really cool when your dreams are trying to tell you something. Sometimes your dreams can even predict the future if you have those psychic abilities. I've had those moments, of course, but it is really cool to learn more and understand your dreams, and it tells you a little bit more about your situations in your life and how you can reflect more on your subconscious thoughts, which I think is really awesome. I think it's so cool that the human body and mind can dream and like we have these images in our sleep. It's like entertainment for when we're sleeping. I think it's so cool that we can do this. So this is a great free app that you can use, and I highly recommend you download it. This next app, I did pay for a year of it, but it's called Linea. So if you are familiar with astrocartography, this is basically an astrocartography app, which is where you get like different lines from your birth chart and where it falls on the world. And like there are cool different settings. Like you can find out what are some of the best cities that according to your birth chart are best to travel to, or best cities that you can move to live in. Where are going to be the best places for you to find love in the world? Where are going to be some of the best places for you to be successful and make money? There are different lines that pass through different cities. Funny enough, none of the lines pass through Portland at all, so I guess Portland's just a neutral area. But one thing that I always thought was really interesting is when I pulled up like the conflict line and like where I dealt with a lot of conflict and pain, all of those lines were on the East Coast, and some even were through San Francisco, and it was just so wild because all of those lines went right through my hometown where I went through college, where some family members up north live where I've had conflicts with them. And it was just so accurate. I'm like, yeah, it knows exactly like where I struggled in life in the US. And it also gives me other parts in the world where I could face a lot of hardship. I noticed that it said Seoul, Korea was like an awesome spot for me to like be in. And I am trying to go there this fall. So I'm excited to see what Seoul has to offer me, even though I'm going to be there for just a day due to a really long layover, but I'll have to get back to you on that one. But this is a great app. I can't remember what the free version is like. I do think you can find a lot of cool elements from it. Like I said, I do believe I paid the year-long subscription so I can see all the features because I think astrocartography is a really cool thing in my opinion. So if that's something that interests you, I highly recommend you download that one. Next app is just called Moonphase. While there are some in-app purchases, honestly, the free version gives you everything that you need to know. I just use this so I know what moon phase we are in and what zodiac sign the moon is in, because while Apple Weather did put a moon phase feature in it, it doesn't have where the moon is in terms of the star placements, which is a missed opportunity in my opinion. Because if they did that, I would actually probably delete this app. But it does have a moon calendar in there, which I really like. It tells you where the moon is in terms of how old it is, where it is in the sky, the direction, and all of that. So yeah, that's just a great app to have, and you can see all of that with the free version. There's really no need to buy anything from this app when the free version gives you everything that you need. So if you're someone who likes to keep track of the moon, that's a great app to have. There's a lot of moon apps out there, but this one's my favorite. And then the last app that I really like is if you want more in-depth horoscopes based off your birth chart, I highly recommend downloading The Pattern. The Pattern is free, which is really great, and you can find all sorts of cool different features. Like this is what the home screen looks like. You can see your daily vibe. So today it says this is an incredible time to exercise your creative powers. You might have a breakthrough that helps to uplift your confidence. And then it tells me that for my unique and personable traits that I'm feeling truly fulfilled today, and that it's important to own my desire for a long-term partner. So there's also an option to go even deeper. I'm not going to read the rest of it, but you get an idea. Like, it is so complex and so detailed. I'm surprised with how much of this is free. I do think there are some paid options here, but it is a really cool app that allows you to go really in depth about yourself, and I am so surprised with how scary accurate it is. So that is a really great one that I feel like is kind of underrated in my opinion. I don't hear a lot of people talk about The Pattern. So if you're interested in that one, definitely check it out because it is such a cool app. All right, so those are my top 9 spiritual apps to have on your phone. Do you have a favorite spiritual app that you like to use? Comment down below and let me know. And if you like some of the apps that I shared and you're interested in trying them out today, do make sure you give it a thumbs up. And with that, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!